Tuesday Talks.
Tuesday!
Yeah! Today we are talking about yoga and expectations
Oof.
and loving yourself where you're at.
Oof.
Yes.
Was that a good oof? What
That was
that
like,
oof
it was just oof because it was a
Exciting?
struggle for me at first.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of the better part of my beginning of my yoga. I mean, I'm still in the beginning of my yoga journey. However, I spent the better part of even getting into yoga, just really comparing myself to everyone else on the mat, even when in reality my whole yoga experience changed when I started showing up to the mat for myself and not worrying about what other people were doing around me.
Yeah.
Same.
And I can relate to that because these girls have been doing it a lot longer than I have. I'm pretty new to all of this, so I look around to make sure that I'm doing it correctly, you know. So I come to my friends over here and say, can you check me out because I feel good, but I'm not sure if it looks correct or it is, so.
And it's
You
all
know,
about the feeling.
Exactly. And just as you said earlier when we were talking about this, trusting your body and trusting yourself to know that you are doing your best.
Yep. If it doesn't feel good, that's one thing I'd be like, oh, I'm going to be in this position and like I'm going to make it look like everyone else's, and my body would be like, hey, ow, and I'd be like, nope, this is where you're supposed to be.
Right. That was something I struggled with for a while too, is making yoga competitive.
Yeah.
And wanting to be in the best position in the classroom instead of loving my body and being like, okay, what do you need? And now I'm like, bring me all of the props. If it doesn't feel right to put my forearms on the floor today, then I'm not going to. I'm going to use my blocks, I'm going to use my straps, I'm going to use whatever I need to really pay attention to taking care of my body, because I think that that's what yoga is for.
Yeah.
Is showing up and just really being with yourself and being mindful of how you're feeling and showing yourself some love.
Yep. It's actually really cool. I got a lesson plan that is called Yoga is Not Competitive, to kind of teach kids just that concept that, like, if it feels good for you,
That's all that matters.
that's really all that matters. And that kind of goes along with like the self-love and stuff like that, because one of my goals is to teach kids to love themselves so fiercely that it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a competition at all in the world. So I love you. Oh, you are a little bit better. Oh, well, I'm going to either work harder or choose something else. You know, like, there's choices. You have to make choices. You can always be learning, growing. But if you stay in love with yourself, it's easier to love the people around you.
Yes, exactly. And I think too, something that comes up a lot for me is that I spend a lot of time. My other job is a lot of being online, and so I see a lot of people online doing these really incredible practices, and then kind of talking down to myself like, well, why can't you do that? Instead of appreciating like, wow, this person has worked so hard, and look at what they were able to accomplish. And I bet if I put in that kind of time and love to my own body, I could get there too. And so working through that is challenging and really important. I mean,
Very important.
and just loving, like, stepping outside of the online world and being like, they're doing them, and that's okay, and that's great, but I'm here, and that's also okay, and also really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and being on social media for Akuna Asana, I also see a lot of yoga sites where they say, do this, don't do this, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this is really amazing, but I'm just not there yet. So when I'm working on mastering these skills, then I'll know exactly like where my body should be in alignment with, and also just being really mindful of doing it just for safety reasons too. You know, you want to make sure that you're positioned in a certain way so that you can do what's best for your body.
Right, not forcing yourself into these poses just because they look good, and taking those safety measures, because again, like we were talking about,
Instagram yogis.
it's so important to be safe in your practice so that you can do it for a really long time. That was something that was stressed to us in our training, that we're not doing yoga for just today. We want to be able to do this practice for a long time, which means doing it kindly and taking your time and just being present with where you are and honoring that.
Yeah, because a lot of the people you see doing the cool stuff on Instagram, you don't know the preparation that's gone into that.
Exactly.
Like it's not easy, and yes, it's so beautiful. However, if you don't put in the preparation, stretch, you know, I bet you those people can show you the process of where they were. I was looking at stuff where it was like 2016 versus
Yeah,
2018
me too.
today, and it was just beautiful how, you know, she was still up there, but she had just gotten a little further up, or she had gotten a little straighter. So,
It's a cool process.
really, Lizzie, and it's all about trusting yourself, your intuition, trusting your body. Go until it feels good. And then if you go a little harder and it starts to hurt, pull back a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah. Love yourself
Trust yourself.
exactly where you're at.
Exactly. And that's what we're all about. So we're going to go do some yoga, and we're going to be kind to our bodies. We're not going to
Yes.
push our limits, and we're going to grow our practice.
Yes.
Have a great day, guys.
Thanks, guys.